Hey everybody, we're here with the man, the myth, the legend, Josh Lovers from Stratton Studios. How you doing today? Having a good Monday?
Spl- Splendid as always, as they say. Splendid.
That's actually
Doing
been
good.
a question I've been having. Where did Stratton come from?
Stratton. So when we initially kind of started everything, it used to be called Loveridge Design. And for anyone that knows about my kind of me as a person, I have another company called Loveridge Digital, and it was just too confusing. So Loveridge Digital is more a corporate company, that's growing. It's kind of, I'm just really, it's kind of, I just run it now, but it's kind of, I'm not in the day to day really. It's more like, kind of that's running too. So, and that's pretty big. Like we've a good number of employees and that. So that's kind of a mature business at this point. But essentially the names were just way too confusing. So we just decided, we were like, all right, what are we gonna roll with? And kind of we were just kind of throwing a few names around the office, and then I was just like, why don't we just kind of call it, Stratton? And I was like, that works. I was like, Stratton. I just kind of was just a word that came to my mind, and I was like, Stratton. And then I was just looking around, and obviously was doing a bit of research on the name, and a lot of people seem to tag Stratton with a lion. So then I was like, all right, we're going with a lion.
I'm
We're
still
rolling
excited
with
to
it.
see Stratos. Is Stratos in the game now?
He's actually getting at it tonight.
Ooh,
Yeah, he's
maybe
actually getting at
worthy.
it. Yeah, he's getting added tonight. Him and Krokos are getting thrown in there, which is nice. It's always good to and that'll be all the carts in actually. So then all the carts will be in. Then we can continue to kind of grow things out. Yeah, so everyone's in except Krokos and uh, Stratos.
Ram King looks
Um,
good. That's
yeah,
one of the coolest ones. I feel like.
Yeah, Ram King. And Ram King's actually Ram King's battle sets moves are coming this week too, which is pretty cool. I think people like to see those, which is always nice. My favorite, I suppose, right now, I think is Tertiary. I love Tertiary. Everyone kind of I don't know, I just think he's cool. Um he's kind of like the OG. He's the first kind of character we can see, so I suppose I have a little bit of a, kind of connection to that. So yeah,
Is
but
he
he's
meant to be like a dinosaur? I feel like he kind of looks like a Muppet, which is why I like him. But
I to be honest with you, I don't know what he's meant to be. He's
he's
just
just
kind of,
perfect.
he's just a creature of some type. And yeah, it was just kind of like, all right, we're gonna roll with him. So it's, but yeah, it's nice. I think everyone has their own kind of character that they kind of not identify with, but kind of like just have a predisposition to liking more than the other ones. So it's interesting to see how different people, like a couple of guys in the Discord, are obsessed with Chickalix, and they just love playing the chicken pretty much. And or there's some people
It's
who
pretty
like
adorable.
playing, yeah, or some people like playing Magmos, essentially the Rhino. So everyone has their own preference. Um, but yeah,
I feel like
um,
Magnus has the coolest cart.
I would say Stratos has the coolest cart, but that's obviously not out yet.
I've seen that video.
He's got like a ram on it, which is pretty cool. And yeah, one thing I'm excited for too is obviously because we've got the base kind of characters, but Generation 2 is getting made at the moment, so they'll be ready in a few months' time, which will be very interesting to see how people kind of react to those. And kind of how the storyline builds out based upon it, which is nice. But yeah, it's all coming together
Yeah,
slowly but surely.
I need some help fielding this question here. So I want to ask, what would be the best option to start off with, like website or what NFT? I'm assuming not specifically this project, although this is a pretty good start for getting into wax.
Yeah, I mean, general advice I would say would be pick a project that's not like 10,000 to get into, like something that's got a pretty low floor price and that's got some decent utility and that you can kind of make a few mistakes with, I suppose, because you're going to make a few mistakes if you're first getting into the space, and just kind of, yeah, just kind of run with that. Like for example, Costume Clashes, I think the floor price for most of them is around like it's $5-10, like around that mark, if even. So like that, they're the type of projects that you would want to kind of run with, and just make sure that you're running with a project that's verified, I would say, because otherwise you're running into the risk of getting like, a weird project that maybe isn't as genuine as they claim to be. So just look for the little tick mark and then you should be good, and just kind of hop into their Discord, say hi, and most everyone, kind of you'll learn the rest along the way, I suppose, really.
Yeah, and that's a good way to learn about other projects too. Just get into a project that you enjoy, and then people that are in there are probably in other projects too with similar interests.
Yeah, and expand from there. But I suppose there is no right answer for that one, because everyone's going to give you a different answer. Like some people will say on the kind of the P2E side of things that you should just focus on projects that do that. But, kind of, yeah, it really depends why you're getting into the space. If you're getting into it just to have some fun, pick a project that looks the most fun to you.
Yeah, we
Really.
also usually have like Week in Wax on Mondays with Larry, who goes through and researches like upcoming drops for the week. So Raise the Moon, if you want
Yeah.
to tune into that tonight, we'll be talking about some of the upcoming projects this week. Usually I prefer to get into a new project on the drop, mostly just because secondary is usually higher than the drop price, although
Yeah,
that's not
crazy.
always true. Um, I think that's definitely become true for Costume Clash. There's been a decent amount of secondary action lately.
Yeah, I think, see, here's the thing about it. Kind of a lot's happening, and it's happening very quickly. And I think that our roadmap that we've laid out, we're because I feel like, and this isn't to say I'm bad about any project, but I feel like a lot of projects have a roadmap, but it kind of gets delayed. But with us, we're kind of pushing pretty hard to get what we said we were going to get done pretty swiftly. Like we've been pushing updates nearly every day. Um,
Yeah.
and we're also doing loads of other things with other projects, which is pretty cool. We're kind of working, we're trying to make the most of it that we can. So I feel like that's kind of made the secondary hold up extremely well. And also we don't have like crazy mint numbers. Like each one's got 1,000, and once the 1,000's out there, it's out there. And we're not going to stop building. So, over time, it's kind of comes back to that old saying, build and they will come, and that's kind of, I feel like, why there's been a good lot of action on the secondary. And personally, I don't really pay attention to it because I feel like it's kind of, that's just something I should stay out of, specifically for um Costume Clash, just because it's just as a kind of efficacy thing. um so it's just one of those things. But yeah, like I feel like the secondary at the moment is crazy for a lot of the yeah, a lot of the NFTs, and I think it's going to get a hell of a lot crazier this week, especially with some of the features that we've got dropping, which is pretty cool. So yeah, it's always interesting to see how it kind of evolves.
Yeah. Raise the Moon's asking if this is your game. Yeah, this is Costume Clash. I guess you're the founder, right? Of
Yeah,
the
yeah, I'm the founder. Yeah, so essentially it is my game. Obviously we've a bigger team now. Since this has all started, we had to expand, we've expanded crazy. But yeah, I'm the founder. All started off with just me, all those years ago. And yeah, so this is where we're at now. The game's only been out. Jesus. The game's only been out like what? technically like less than a week.
Yeah,
If
playable for sure.
yeah, playable for a week. So I mean, yeah, it's been in development about a month, I'd say at this point, a month and a bit. So yeah, we're pretty far along. We like, you can't just make a game like this in a month if you don't have the experience behind you. We're console game developers, and we've been developing games for years, so kind of have the experience in the back end to, kind of help us push projects like this along and build them in the right way. Because there's a right way and wrong way to build anything, and we just like to ensure that we're doing it the right way. So yeah, it's it's definitely it's definitely an interesting one with regards to the project. But I feel like it's going good. I feel like it's going good thus far.
Agree. I definitely think feel like it's going good, and like after the release, I feel like the secondary got healthier, which is a good sign.
Yeah. And then I think as well with the multiplayer, once that comes out, and then like we've got the hollow cores integrated, that's going to build its own little economy in there. And we've got a few other elements that are kind of, rolling out, like the staking, like that's coming this week. And we haven't told anyone about that, but there you go. So that's coming this week. So yeah, I feel like the economy is going to build itself over time, with the circuits, the races, it's all just going to kind of, I feel like it's very sustainable. And also, I think that as we build, it's going to be quite accessible too, because that is important to me. Like, I don't want it to just be like, it's a skill based game, really. That's the main focus, is that it's all skill based, and it's not kind of anything else. Because I feel like that's a fine line that you have to be careful of. So it's yeah. And for anyone that
He's commenting in the chat. Always happy to point people to new projects. I hadn't seen the NFT Insider banner yet. That's really good in the top right.
Yeah.
All the banners up here. Sorry, I just want to show everybody a little bit of gameplay, trying to multitask.
Yeah, no, it's and I think as well, for anyone that is watching it, with regards to, is it just yours, like, is it chugging on your end, Sam?
Oh, is it chugging on your end?
It's a little choppy. I'm just wondering, is it chugging on your end, or is it
It looks
relatively?
fine on my end.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's
So
kind of
what I've noticed with with streams is that with some streams, if the frame rate's off, it just doesn't come across as good. But I would recommend everyone to actually, like, we're getting a good view of it. So, but essentially,
Oh, where's the Easter egg?
Oh, okay, actually, yeah. So I'll show you that. So the Easter egg, kebab, the wild kebab. So if you go to the start line, I'll show you here. So essentially the start line, over at the right on the start line, you'll see like a little sign. Oh.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so essentially there's an insignia around the track. There's 4 of them. Essentially, you have to shoot the insignia. And if you shoot the insignia, kebab will appear in the map. So you'll probably have to restart finish the race and restart. The main reason
Oh, I
being
thought that
is
might work again.
no, that got fixed. But
Yeah, it's definitely just streaming. Everybody in the chat's agreeing. It's definitely streaming causing the issue. I wish that weren't an issue. Like, we upgraded the StreamYard to try to fix that, but we may need to go a different route than StreamYard just for performance reasons.
I feel, I'll actually look into that, because we do a good bit of broadcast. So I'll look in and see if I can. I'll ask one of the guys and see if they have the solution to that, because I know desktop applications run much better So it's interesting because we are launching a desktop client for the game. For anyone that doesn't like playing the browser. Because personally, you know, I'm like an application man. I like having it installed and just being
Yeah,
able to take advantage of the full kind of thing. So it's it's an interesting one. It's been a very interesting one running in the browser though. Getting it to because locally with a desktop client it runs at like 700 FPS, which is crazy. I think in most browsers for most people they're experiencing from our reports it's around like 60 frames a second, 30 to 60. Yeah. So you found one already.
Insignia even lights up.
I found one already. That was quite quick. That was quite quick. I will say.
I think that
I
was
know.
kind of luck. I just happened to be looking at that rock. But I'll take the credit of having good eyes. I'm feeling like one of them's going to be faced backward toward me. We'll see.
A few of them are hidden around now. I will say that they're not all as kind of obvious in the
Another one.
playing.
So you said there's 4?
There's 4. So you've got 2 more. Yeah, you've got 2 more. That's very interesting. John's probably going to be going mad if he's watching this because it took him quite. He was driving around 5 or 6 times looking for that one. Which was hilarious. It's funny when you know where the Easter egg is, and it's kind of like you're and you see someone drive by it. It's very amusing, I will say. But yeah, no. So we hit the little Easter egg in.
I totally
Kind
missed.
of.
There it is.
Oh, he's got. Now this one's a little tricky. If the he's figured it out already. I felt like that was gonna catch more people. But
I got no clue where this last one's hiding, though.
the last one, I'll give you a hint. The last one's in the main pumpkin area.
Oh, so where I was earlier. Or
There's
is
2
this the
hidden.
main pumpkin?
No, with the big pumpkin dude in the middle. Yeah, that's where the last one. It's around there somewhere. But yeah, no, I love Easter eggs. I've always been. I don't know if you ever played Halo, but back in the day in Halo 3, finding like the skulls and like unlocking the
Yeah.
Hayabusa armor. Yeah, awesome. Absolutely awesome stuff. So I kind of, that's the way I like to do Easter eggs. Is kind of, tongue in cheek, hidden in the map, and kind of just make it fun to go around. And we're adding in-game achievements
Because it
too.
also like gets everybody to look at the whole map, which I feel like a lot of people when they play video games, they just pass over like the beautiful map designs that have taken like people's lives to build, especially in a game like Halo. Like they've put countless hours into building those maps.
Oh yeah, Bungie are crazy. Well, back when they were working on it, yeah, no, the amount of time they spent is absolutely bananas. But
Is it
it
the
made
one
an
I'm
immense
searching
time.
for in here, or is there another one in here?
No, there's another one. There's another one.
Oh.
You haven't drove by it yet. So, but yeah, no, it's
that makes it harder to. I haven't driven by it yet.
Yeah, you've kind of like glanced by the area and just kind of, yeah, and just kind of, not hit it yet. That's quite funny. Okay, now you just drove by it.
Oh wait, what? Is it behind this? Yeah. That would have taken me ages.
Yeah, and then Kebab appears in the middle, which is quite funny. Yeah, Kebab. But we're gonna have achievements. We're just implementing that at the moment. So you're gonna get in-game achievements, and then that's actually going to be linked to like some rewards. So like, the way we're having like hollow husks and cores, you're gonna get a couple of cores for doing that, just as like a way to reward the player. And for those that do search for it. But yeah, no, it's quite
I'm just trolling
I
you.
love Easter eggs.
I agree.
I love Easter eggs, and they really get me going. I know they aren't some people's cup of tea, but listen, I think as long as you have them, then people can choose to participate in them or not. Um, but
Someone's
yeah, no.
asking, so the difference in performance mode, I don't actually know what the difference is. I just checked that to see if it would help with the stream, which I hope it did.
Yeah, so the way performance mode works is, so in the browser, essentially you've got something called DPI scaling. Essentially, that refers to how many pixels are on screen. And what performance mode does is it drops them down. So it essentially is for people that don't have hardware acceleration. So, if you're on like an APU and you don't have a dedicated GPU, that's what that would work. Do you want to know the funny bit, actually? And I find this very funny. Is that it would actually run faster on a mobile, like an APK, rather than in a browser. I think that's crazy. With all the hardware that people have in their desktops, like I could just build a mobile version of it and it'd run faster, which is it's crazy how limited kind of browsers are and kind of
Yeah.
navigating that. I'd love to do an APK. I really would love to do a mobile version. The only thing that's holding us back from putting that on the roadmap, well, it's in the kind of idea stage in the roadmap. And the only thing that's really stopping us that is the stores, like distribution of it.
Yeah.
Is like, because the stores aren't really the most friendly for kind of.
Yeah, especially for
Yeah.
NFTs.
Yeah. So I don't know, maybe like, see, and I don't feel like it's cool to like just send people an APK. I feel like that's a big security thing. Just downloading APKs, kind of, because you have to put settings on your phone to allow untrusted applications. It's just a little bit kind of messy. So yeah, we're figuring that out. But yeah, no, it's coming together very nicely. It really is. And I think it's one of the things too is, and that actually brings up a good point that a few people have been asking about, is about the like creative process. How are we making it so quickly? Because I feel like compared to most projects, we're building pretty quick. And essentially, like, the short answer is Costume Clash. A lot of the assets and stuff like that we're using, the characters, models and everything, are pulled from our previous title, Costume Kingdom, which launched on PlayStation, for anyone that doesn't know. So it's like, kind of, imagine if you had like the tool kit already built out and you're just kind of putting the Lego together, essentially. So that's kind of how we're doing it. And we are iterating quickly. And obviously, we have some of the art in there. Yeah. And obviously we utilize a number of freelancers also and license content from them too, because it's great to be able to share other people's art. I think that's something that's really cool, is to be able to be like, yeah, I'm a freelancer, I create images, but yet my image is in a game. I don't know how to make a game myself, but yet I can be included because the developer, runs with that. I think that's pretty cool. But it's an interesting process compared to most kind of projects, because I feel like games are what I appreciate.
Yeah, I agree with Cruz here.
Cruz is a legend. Really is. Really nice guy. Really nice dude. He's helped us a lot too. But yeah. No, I feel like having unblocked it. Yeah, I do too.
You just gotta get Sony to change their minds.
Yeah, you just got them to change their minds. Listen, 3 to 5 years. That's what I think it'll take. 3 to 5 years, and then we should be good, hopefully. But listen, it's an effort. We can all keep trying for it. But yeah, no, it's an interesting one compared to most projects, because I feel like most projects with NFT it's a lot about, like, you create the art, and then that's kind of, there might be some mechanics around it, but a lot of it is that's it. Whereas with games, it kind of opens up the door so much more with the utility that it provides and just kind of how that all can come together. It's quite an interesting difference compared to the traditional kind of projects that have been out there.
Yeah, it's kind of like the opposite. I feel like
Yeah,
compared to most projects, like you built the game, and then I feel like the NFTs and tokenomics are coming after the game,
yeah,
which I think is really cool because then when people are buying like a lot more of the NFTs as y'all release more down the road, they'll already know they love playing with them.
yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's a, it's a, it's an interesting one because you're 100% right. The game comes first. The tokenomics, the NFTs, all came second. And I feel like that's the correct approach for a game to make sure it's fun because obviously there is projects out there that come NFT first, tokenomics first, and then game second. But I feel like with a lot of them, they turn out to be like idle clickers, like cookie clicker. And it's kind of, I don't know, it turns into more of a job, I think. Like, whereas I feel like if you're a game first, that's actually built to be fun and the NFTs can fit in and it all works, I feel like it's much less monotonous to kind of take part in it.
I did not think I
So
could hit my own boost there, but yeah, I agree with what you're saying.
it's
I hit
yeah,
my own
no, it's
strat.
yeah, kebab. And we've got a actually speaking of that, we're going to be rolling out cosmetics soon too, which is going to be nice. So you're going to be able to um essentially have NFTs integrated onto your cart. So there might be like, um, you know, a couple different projects integrated, which are going to be cool. And yeah, no, it's all going to look nice having them sitting on your carts or just kind of being able to customize your character even more is,
Yeah.
I think is the way to go about it. 100%.
Oh yeah, I don't know how you could play this on a keyboard. I've
Yeah.
never been able to play Racing Cubes on a keyboard.
It feels wrong to me. But listen, I think a controller is here's the thing, I think, and what I'm seeing. Like we launched the global leaderboards there yesterday, and already guys are getting sub 20-second laps, which is pretty fast. Like that's really quick. I think the top right now is like 17 seconds. Um and yeah, I feel like if someone's going to be competitive, especially once the P2E side of it comes in and everything like that, I feel like a controller would be advised if they're going to be racing very competitively to, kind of give them the best shot. Because unless you're a master on your keyboard, listen, if you're good on the old keyboard, you'll be fine. But I don't know. I come from a console background, so controller just suits me.
At least Comic Standing saying no announcement for this one. Yeah, sorry. I don't know what's up with the Discord bot, but it did not send an announcement for this stream. Somebody pinged me about that while we were live, but trying to focus on the stream.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, I'm excited to see all the different cosmetics that are available on the different carts.
Yeah, I think you're gonna like them. I think as well. Yeah, like realistically, and then the battle set. I'm excited to get that rolled out too. So like the weapons that you can equip on the cart. If anyone's played like Crash Tag Team Racing, the way each cart had their own like kind of special little weapon that they could use. That's kind of going to be the vibe with it, which I think is going to open up gameplay even more. And it should be interesting how that kind of runs with the leaderboards too. And the cool thing about the leaderboards is we're doing like a promo set of NFTs. These ones are like for essentially each week, whoever gets like the top of the leaderboard is going to get that. So it's going to be kind of like a trophy type thing. So that's going to be interesting to see who has that, and I think it'll give a nice little prestige too. Might even make it like have a little crown over someone's head or something. Make it cool.
So I got to get sub 15 or sub 17.
Right now, I think it's sub 17. I think 15 is possible from my calculations. Sub 15 is not possible, I don't think, currently. Unless someone's just a master. See, drifting's very important.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like even around like this turn.
Yeah, and like if you can hold the drift,
like
you
that
get a
already ruined my
boost.
run.
Yeah, your run's already yeah, it's an interesting one. And I think you have to get lucky with the item drops to make sure they're all turbos. But yeah, 15 seconds from my calculation is possible. And landing the trick in the air is important too.
Oh,
Because
I
that
always
gives you a
forget how to
boost.
do that. What is the control for that?
Are you on controller?
Yeah.
Is so the just like the triangle or Y button, whichever you're on. That should make you do the trick midair. There we go.
Yep.
Oh, and
Right.
then it
I
finished.
gotta try this again.
Yeah. So the tricks are going to be important too. So it's all about fine tuning that meta game. I know Uriah was like he was he was like, oh, I was on the leaderboard for like 10 minutes and then I got thrown off, which is always good. It's quite fun. And it's good to be able to see which users are actually, top of the leaderboard, which is quite nice. Yeah, it just kind of gives that little bit of you can remap keys. Remapping keys right now isn't out, but we're working on it. It shouldn't take too long.
Are you a claw player?
You should let us.
There's no way. I have yet to actually meet a claw player. I tried to play claw, but it's hard.
I have played claw in my past, but in fairness, I love controller. So I feel like I've always been one of them. I've always been one of them guys who would set up like really weird programs to use a controller in a game, even if it didn't support it. So yeah, my controller. I feel like controller remapping is very important though, and it is something that we're actively working on, and that should be coming soon.
You can use
Just didn't make.
rewas to remap.
Yeah, I feel like that's too much effort that the player has to put in. So it shouldn't be that hard. It should just be a like little menu where they can go click your button. There you go. If you want to use some weird layout, you're fine. Actually one of them keyboards that I really love is and that they work actually really cool. I don't know if anyone's ever seen one of these before. Pull it up. Oh, it's one of these. Oh. It's like a one-hand keyboard.
Yeah, those are cool. I don't know. I should probably try one of those out. I feel like it'll be like relearning how to use a keyboard though.
I like them for, you know what I love them for? I use hid macros. So I macro loads of things. I'm a big macro guy. So I programmed up a load of macros. So like I've got copy paste all on it, and yeah, hundreds of macros to pull up certain tabs. So like Warzone player. Yeah. I've actually never played
Warzone.
I've actually never played Warzone. Never.
Wow.
Never played a Warzone. Yeah, I used to be a big armor guy. I used to be a really big armor guy. Yeah, back in the days when kind of Battle Royale, like when that was just a mod. I used to be heavy into that. That was great. Love that.
What's up, Burst? Burst is in our chat. I don't know if you've seen Burst streams.
I don't think I have. What's the
one? He's
what's
fun
his
to watch.
handle? What's his handle on Twitch?
Burst of Energy with underscores in between, like underscores of spaces.
Well, I haven't seen it yet, but I will.
Yeah, you should definitely tune in. He definitely speaks his mind. I appreciate that a lot about him.
listen, you can't. Anyone that speaks their mind is an absolute legend, because at least then you know where you stand with them. So I don't know you at first, but yeah, but I think I'm gonna like you. I'll have to drop you a message and say hi. But yeah, no, it's very interesting. Very interesting with controllers and how different players are navigating the game.
Yeah, Burst is super real. It's awesome about
That's
him.
That's what you want.
Yeah,
It's
the best way a person can be. I feel like that's the perfect way of putting it. Like, you know exactly where you stand. Like, I knew if Burst hated me, he'd tell me he hates me.
Listen, at least they know you know where you stand. And what I find actually is with people like that, if you're just upfront about everything also with them, they nearly always like you. So it's kind of, because I'm very similar to that. I'll tell someone I'll tell someone what I think. Really, I don't, kind of that can be a detriment sometimes. But as long as someone's open and honest, I'm usually cool with them, which is always nice.
Yeah, I appreciate how open he is about like his opinions on things too, and just willing to talk. Because I think honest people are also people that are willing to change their minds. Like,
yeah,
you're never gonna have a conversation about what like the right way to view something is if somebody won't start the conversation off saying they view it a certain way.
Yeah, and I feel like if someone's just agreeing to agree too, it makes it a very awkward conversation, because then they start to have like kind of subconscious biases, and it just makes it all weird. Where if someone's just like, listen, I don't particularly, if someone's like, oh, I don't particularly like you, then it's kind of like, all right, well, what can I do to change that? Oh, you're sixth in the leaderboard.
All right, we're gonna fix this right now while we talk.
Oh, we're gonna sort this out, are we?
Is in the chat as well. I don't know if you've seen his project.
Who's?
He's got some pretty amazing art. Ordonius. Let me see if I can find any of his packs to show you.
It sounds cool. Yeah, there's still loads of people I need to get to know. So many people. I've just been so busy, which I need to make a better effort to reach out to more guys and say hi. I don't know. I feel like I feel like it's weird if you don't reach out to people and just say hi. Like, it's just kind of, I don't know, rude. If you're in the same space, everyone should be collaborating and working together, because if a rising tide raises all ships, as they say. Oh, they're awesome.
Yes, these are some of his. I really like this one on the singing frog.
Yeah, they're great.
Okay, let's go through.
These are really cool.
And then Burst also has a collection under. Sorry, my brain has been dead lately, so.
Oh, good.
Give me a minute.
Yeah, that's
work.
And what's the utility of is it just like the normal NFT, like art?
Yeah, so I believe Ordonius' art, although I've been talking to him about other games as well. Yeah, it was Atomic Kings. Let's go is my username. So this is the Atomic Kings drop they just had recently as well.
That's sick. That's really cool. That's some really high quality After Effects stuff there.
Yeah, the After Effects stuff is awesome. That's actually, these aren't the rarest, but this is the one I decided to go complete my collection on because the After Effects are so cool.
Yeah, that looks sick. That would have taken a long, long time too. That guy is talented. I need to talk to him.
I'm not sure who did their art, but they did a fantastic job. I'm pretty sure Burst has told me, but oh, reward info was put up today too for the cards. Yeah, sorry, I kind of got distracted from what we're talking about and trying to beat that
No,
score.
I love hearing about other projects because, as I say, I feel like I'm in a little bit of an echo chamber. In that, kind of working on the project where we're chunging it, like we're trying to get it done, and it just kind of makes us kind of not neglect other collections, but not pay as much attention as I'd like to. That's sick. Yeah, this is really cool.
Here we go. I figured it would say, I will find that. But yeah, that's cool that they announced rewards. I'm guessing you're talking about rewards for completing sets, right, Burst?
Oh, I love that. That'd get me addicted.
Yeah.
Such a hoarder.
Here we go. Let's see if I can copy.
I feel like Medium's such a great way to get information out. I need to start using Medium. Although I'm a Trello addict, so I much prefer. I like video too. I'm not much of a written man.
Typed in.
That's awesome.
Here we go. Reward time. Oh wow, so many of the packs have already been ripped.
God, they're quite rare, the ones that are left.
Yeah.
And is there any more drops coming for it, or is it like just, is this going to be it?
That's a good question for Burst. I think this is gonna be it, at least for a while. Because he had mentioned like not wanting to basically just spam drops and like dump into the market.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that's somewhere they'll be conscious. So I haven't really worried much about it.
Yeah. I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. There, and that even tells me already that this dude's a legend. If that's the type of things that he's considering, because I feel like to not oversaturate the market, you have to build so much utility and just be constantly like rolling things out. And if they're not rolled out, it's just not gonna. It'll just flood.
Agreed.
Which
Everybody will
is
want to move their money into something else.
yeah. If it's not holding value.
Yeah, this is
These
where
guys
dummies are.
They're so sick. One of them dudes would look awesome sitting on a cart.
Yeah.
They're really cool. Again, really solid After Effects. I love that one. That like 3D one there. That's really
This
cool.
one here.
Yeah. Oh, you've number 2.
Yeah,
that's very low mints.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It reminds me of very like, yeah, I just that art style is just really cool.
Yeah, Burst also works, I guess, for or with ultra rare. Saying to check out the Casanova collection.
Ultra, they're like who are they? They're like are they an NFT website or a marketplace?
They are.
Or are they just a different project? Maybe I'm getting confused.
Ultra rare is another project.
All right. I don't know why I thought it was a marketplace.
They did the
Oh, I've seen these
masker masks on ETH as well recently. The leather faces.
Yeah, I tried to snag one of those, but
Yeah, they went up in price really fast.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Yeah,
they're sick. So many cool people in the space. That's yeah.
Casanova. I'm an idiot. It's under the collection we were looking at earlier.
Oh, it's just different schema.
It's not showing up now. There we go.
How do you pronounce that? Lagalarian?
La Galleria, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Oh, yeah. The effects on these are super cool.
They're
Oh, these
awesome.
gold ones are really cool.
These are really, really cool. I love the 3D ones. 3D ones really get me going.
You just like 3D art? Like this counts as 3D, right? Or
Yeah, that's 3D, yeah. I don't know. I just feel like the 3D kind of I just like it. I don't know why. I just kind of do. Yeah, I've always had a preference to it. Which is why most of our games are 3D too, because I just have a preference to 3D. But yeah, no, it's an interesting one. I feel like what surprises me is how are all these other projects not verified? Like, because I feel like they build so much, like verify with the orange tick. You know what I mean? I don't know. It confuses me. But yeah, they look awesome. I need to have a look at those and probably tempt myself, which is always nice.
oh, you said there's
That's great.
custom ones? All right, now I'm gonna bring this back up. Is this in the Casanova collection? Yeah, these are all the 3D ones. These are sick.
Oh, they're really cool. I love the parallax effect. Remind me of like Harry Potter, like them little chocolate card things with like the parallax effect in them. It's really cool. I love that. Good old parallax. We need to do that with future sets actually. Doing parallax.
That'd be cool to see.
Yeah, I think we're going to move to the 3D side of things too. Like definitely more 3D, more than it has been. Because I know the cards had a little spin that kind of annoyed some people because it's hard to see because it keeps spinning. It's hard to read. So kind of making some tweaks to that and add in that parallax effect. I feel like it's going to make it much more digestible. But yeah, no, it's so many good projects. And there's a lot of new projects starting too.
Yeah,
Which is crazy.
there's like a new project basically every day, if
Yeah,
not
it's
more than one per day.
very hard to sift. Very hard.
Oh, I keep hitting the wall there. I need to get better at the drifting.
Yeah, that takes time, and that's really dependent on the handling of each cart too. So some of the carts might be a little faster, but their handling will be worse. So it's kind of like only if you're you missed a trick.
Oh, that's kind of like how I finish. That's the only way I get the fastest speed here on the second lap, right?
Yeah,
Is by
it's
starting off with that boost.
yeah, it's the only way to start off. That's like the meta. Although you're not doing too bad, 20 seconds. Oh,
Wow.
well, okay, maybe. Um, but
That's right.
yeah, lots to like. It's still very early in it, though. I think, yeah, we need lots to improve on in the game. Yeah, it's a bit of a task, but we shall get it. We shall get it all sorted. The user suggestions have been great too. Really good suggestions. People have been really cool. Just the amount of kind of you know, it's more of a community project than anything, like people are really driving what we're doing with it,
That's
and kind
awesome.
of the things that we're doing right, the things that we're doing wrong, because we are doing some things wrong, no doubt about that. You know, we're no way means perfect in any way. And I feel like as we evolve over time, we're just going to get better at it. And it'll be cool once all carts are integrated, and then get that battle set rolled out. And then obviously over the next one.
The chat saying it's you not knowing how to sleep that's keeping the project going, not the community suggestions.
Yeah, listen, I can't sleep while everyone else is I can't sleep while everyone else is waiting for it, you know. I'm not going to be a big thing like I my kind of whole ethos with it is if someone's putting something into like I don't know, I kind of feel like I have a responsibility to make it 100%, and I do that with everything, like, you know, kind of I fully take it on myself to ensure that it's 100%, because otherwise I feel like I've done everyone a disjustice. That's just not the way I roll. So yeah, no, it's definitely it definitely the sleep's taking a little bit of a hit. Over the last while, we're running on about 2 hours sleep now every day, which isn't healthy, I know, but listen, we shall see what we can do there. There we go, I landed a trick. But yeah, no, I'm just excited. I'm excited for, you know, the next few months with the project, getting the rest of the battles set out. And yeah, just watching the community continuing to grow, which is the fun part, I
Oh no, I'm gonna
suppose.
make it onto this leaderboard. This is not going
It's
to
it's
plan.
it's tough. It's not easy. It's not easy to get onto that leaderboard and that to get that kind of the number or whatever. Which is interesting. Oh yeah, Chase, I just noticed that. I just noticed the health bar with the menu. That looks like it's not being pinged off. We'll get that fixed tonight. That's the cool thing. We're patching nearly every day. So a new patch is being rolled every day. So it's kind of like, you know, within a week, like, you know, it just kind of expands and expands and expands. You know, but it's yeah, it's growing. It's definitely growing. I'm excited. I'm really excited for a multiplayer. Multiplayer is going to be big.
Multiplayer is gonna be so fun. Getting
It's
like
yeah,
streamers doing giveaways and stuff through the multiplayer on top of like multiple other options. Like communities could hold multiplayer rounds for their community for giveaways. There's a lot you could do with multiplayer. I'm very excited.
yeah. We were thinking because multiplayer is working right now. I was thinking about rolling it out, but having it so that you can only play with your friends at first. So making it peer to peer. And the main reason being is because we're still moving to a server. We're still switching it over to run on our essentially fully on our servers. Because for ranked play, it has to be fully server. It can't be anything else. Otherwise, people will try and cheat. So I feel like peer to peer, if you're just playing with your friends, though, they're much less likely to cheat because you're not really going to cheat against your friends.
Yeah, that's true.
So I feel like that might be a little like intermediate thing that we might do just to let people play against each other and to just keep, you know, that going. But I'll see what everyone thinks of that. I mean, I don't want to push it out if people aren't going to like want to use it or whatever. But I feel like that would be pretty cool. That's when I cheat with friends. Yeah, well, I mean, you have to be like cheating in the game is like no way easy if it's not running a server. Like, you know, you need to be a professional, pretty much a professional, you know, penetrator to do it. And I feel like you're not going to do that just to best your. Maybe you would.
There are definitely people who would.
Yeah, I feel like it wouldn't matter because then it's just like, oh yeah, whatever. And then actually, that might be a good honeypot because then we'll know who's trying to penetrate, and then we can just, you know, get rid of them.
Yeah, people who try to cheat the
The peer to peer.
yeah.
That could be actually very good.
They
We'll see
could
what
also
everyone
use
thinks.
that as like testing. I feel like that would be perfect testing for any sort of bot system somebody wanted to set up.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard to bot. Extremely hard to bot. Because essentially, like the way there won't be really any benefit to botting either. Like, because you can't really, like, there's nothing they'll be able to get out of it. Like with the P2E side of things, they're going to have to be doing well in races to be able to actually get anything out of it. So I feel like, yeah, I feel like bottom won't be as useful. I think the one thing people will try, and I think the one thing people will try is like speed hacks and stuff like that. Everyone always or wall hacks,
Yeah.
no clips, all that type of good stuff. But as I say, once it's from the server, it's all good. And once it's from the client, like as I say, it's no way easy at all. But yeah, it's a weird one. We'll have to see what people think. But yeah, no, it should be interesting. It should be very interesting. And
I
I
don't think
feel
I'm getting
like
any closer to beating this
it's
record.
tough. It's tough. I know Rancho in the Discord was like he was playing for I don't know how long he was playing for to actually beat it. But I'm guessing it was quite a while.
You know what he used?
As far as I know, he was using I think he used either Chickalix or Magmos to beat it. I think that's what the meta is right now. Although that meta might be changing today with Stratos and Crocos releasing, so they'll probably have to readapt and see if that. I feel like it's all about the drifts, though. I think I really think the drifts are what carries through, and then obviously the turbos. So getting your turbos, not using them all at once, saving them for the
Like what I
time when it's
literally just did.
exactly.
Why am I bouncing?
Oh, that's something that happens with so there's a weight to each cart. So some carts that are accelerate really fast, they can actually bounce, if they land hard off jumps. So the heavier carts, the ones that are slightly slower, will have a better advantage with that. So it all depends how you land. So there's a pro and there's a con to each cart essentially. But yeah, no, it's I think everyone's gonna pick a cart they like and stick with it. Which is going to be fun. Another thing we were thinking of is, Mario Kart, the way they've like, if you don't have any of the NFTs, that you could still like play with your friends, like, the way you had like the Shy Guy,
Yeah.
where you could play like, yeah, we were thinking of doing a little bit of that too. So, you technically are on the leaderboards. Oh, you're right. I got 20 seconds. That's interesting. Yeah. So there's loads. There's loads we can run with. Mr. White, yeah, so that was just I'll be rolling that out, Chase, tonight. Having that so you don't have to go back to the menu and go back in. It'll just bring you back to the picker screen. Or the menu, like the racing collection, yada yada yada. And we're going to be adding a button to skip the animation because some people are like, when you're going for like leaderboards and when you're just like playing it over and over, trying to optimize that race time, I feel like having the animation is annoying. Let's Go suggested that, which I thought was really good. So yeah, it's evolving. And as it continues to evolve, all these small things will get sorted. Like I think it's in a pretty okay state for being out less than a week. So it's oh, that makes it very hard. That makes it very hard, especially with the trick. You have to kind of veer to the left to kind of position yourself. There's certain areas that people get caught though. Like for example, that rock back there is one of them, which is quite funny. But I think after a while you can start to anticipate, where the areas are. And once more maps are in, like that's going to, help too. Like the Christmas map, I'm pumped for that. I'm absolutely pumped for the Christmas map.
Getting so close.
So close, but yet so far,
Well, so
as they
close to going
say.
up one position, I should say.
It's yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna try some more with Stratos later because I think that's gonna be the one I like playing the most.
Stratos is cool. Stratos is cool. He'll be rolled out in speedrun.com.
I almost got up there.
That's me, ecar444.wham.
Oh, so I'm about to be you. Okay. Okay, we'll give this one more try.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to set some times. My best time,
Upper motivation.
yeah, my best time, I think like testing locally is like 17 seconds. That was like a glory run though. It just all worked out. So the other thing too is we're balancing the carts right now. So over time the carts like are going to change because it all has to feel fair. I feel like territory's a little slow at the moment. And yeah, a few others are a little slow, so they need to be balanced up just to kind of fit. But we will get there. One actually cool thing that we were thinking about, there was a suggestion about it would be it'd be cool if people customize their cards with the, like personally customize them through like a web GUI.
Yeah, that would be super cool. Oh, I think StreamYard cut you out. Uh-oh. Well, this run is kind of chalked. Let me see where Josh is. Oh, are you back? You're back.
I think I'm back. There we go. I don't know what happened there. Gave me like an NFT Gamer TV splash screen. That was pretty weird.
That's a first.
Yeah, it just
a first.
It was like the intro was rolling. It was really weird. I just most of the time I think it could have been like a connection dropped or something, and then it was just reconnected.
I think StreamYard's been dropping a lot lately. He's been dropping on our stream as well. I'm gonna save this this run for later though. Oh, I think you cut out again.
Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, it keeps giving a splash screen. If it does it again, I'm gonna screenshot it, so then you can see what it does. But yeah, no, is there a reason like, which is there like I feel like a desktop client option would be much. Will cut out less, or what's everyone else using?
Desktop client. Most people use OBS.
Yeah, I use that's what I'm using right now.
Yeah, I should go back to using OBS. I was using OBS, but StreamYard is like miles easier.
Yeah,
especially for getting people into
yeah,
getting people on stream. It's a lot simpler.
Yeah. I wonder is there like a GUI for OBS that could be used? I don't know. Something to look into. But yeah, no, it's
yeah.
There probably is. I feel like that's something that would be utilized by a lot of people. I'll have to have a look into it. It's piqued my interest now. But yeah, no, it's good. It's very good. But yeah, no, I think we're on the road with Costume Clash, and it's going well thus far. I'm excited for kind of the next couple of weeks, get everything rolled out. Yeah, and just watch the community grow. I think that's the biggest thing right now is keeping the community growing, keeping kind of everyone engaged, and just kind of rolling through. That's our what we're mainly focused on right now. Because replayability is a major thing in games. Like, it has to be replayable. It has to be fun for not playing just the first time, but the 10th time. So leaderboards and stuff help with that, and being able to win an NFT out of it, I think, is good, and that kind of helps. But obviously, we want more. And obviously, staking and stuff is going to help bring players back too. Criticraft, here we go.
Speaking of games you can win NFTs from, I'm going to put up for the winner of the first race and then the winner of the dance off. some of the launch day event cards.
Oh yes, the launch day events cards. Yes, they're going to be good. They're going to be very good.
No extra hints.
Put it this way. If yeah, they're going to be used for something. What that is, I'd look at other projects. Look at other projects and see what they've used. Kind of what some of their free early giveaway NFTs for, and that might give you a hint. But yeah, we've lots planned for it, which is
buying some off the market right now to give away.
Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, I'm excited for that. Because I feel like because there was like someone who bought it, like the giveaway. They made like, I don't know, they had like 30 accounts. Actually, let's go. I seen there. Yeah, he kind of found them. He found their web of accounts. So I feel, and they got rid of them all. They just dumped them all. So I feel like they're going to regret that heavily.
Just a little bit, yeah.
So it's going to be good though. Once it's one, like, I think right now as well with the ecosystem that's currently in the game, it's just kind of a sneak peek into what it could be. And just as we keep going, it's going to continue to, continue to grow, which is what we want. One thing I was actually looking into was like, if there was a possibility you could do like how you would potentially integrate the game into Twitch, like so it's like so you could kind of play across, or how that would work. Obviously, they'd have to play on their own kind of version of the site, but I don't know. It's something I'm figuring out. If it could be like a room system or something, because I feel like that'd be cool.
That would be super cool. And like,
yeah,
that would just be cool.
yeah, I think so.
Also, thank you, Lesgo, for all the awesome links in here. That has been super helpful throughout the stream. I really appreciate that.
Let's go. It's legendary. Absolute legend. It's really cool, dude. Really, really cool, dude. He's helped so much with the project.
Also, for anybody that's listening, exclamation point play and then your wallet address if you want to hop into this giveaway. We'll get it started pretty soon here.
Yeah. Do you face much botting issues with the running Criticraft? Like people just, because I've seen a couple other streams, a few guys were like only showing it for a second and then getting rid of it, to avoid bots.
It's entirely likely. It's I mean, we usually get the same people that come back.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
And I'll check the wallets afterward just to see if it is a bot, or sort of just to get like a guess at whether or not it's a bot. And I haven't actually run into issues with that yet. So at least not amongst the winners so far.
Not amongst the winners, yeah. No, it's an interesting one because I just seen it on a few other streams. I think John, he only showed it for a second and then got rid of it. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Bots are such a nightmare. They're just a pain in every community that's anything to do with technology. Just ruin everyone's fun.
I agree.
I wonder who's going to win.
Also, I feel bad, but I only have time for the grubfish. I gotta hop off for another stream after this. Yeah, so winner of this will win one of those items. I think you'll be pretty excited or happy with the utility down the road from what Josh is saying.
Yes, I think you will. I think you'll be very happy. I feel like the strategy of standing in the corner works and gets people to like 90% of the way there, and then in the end they always get like sniped out by the saws.
Yeah, and like I wonder if they made them start coming down the sides like that on purpose because so many people crowd those corners.
I have a funny suspicion that I must actually ask Gas. He probably won't tell me, but I'm gonna ask.
You're gonna see like what they. I mean, it feels like they're almost targeted at. Like it picks a random one to shoot a spike at. They don't feel entirely random. They're kind of directed toward.
Aggie Holder. He's another legend. All the people are just so many just really cool dudes around.
Agreed.
That's great.
Let me just toss this. Gotta save the address. And probably mute the stream before it kills everybody's ears. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's another thing that I've come to find with browser games is muting them on streams is like really, it's like something that some people just forget to do, and then it's like blasting everyone's ears out. And I wonder is there a way to like automatically detect someone's streaming and then just mute it automatically? That might be cool. Call it like streamer mode or something.
That would be cool.
Potentially something to look at.
I don't know how to pronounce your name, but thank you for showing up. I'll see you. I'm gonna try to make you pronounce this.
Me? Oh God, here we go. Where's the name? You throw it to me and
it's up on the screen. I don't know if you can see the live.
Oh, I see it here. Let me think.
That's what my brain was doing.
Widgetburgerty. There we go. Widgetburgerty. That's an attempt.
It means I'm longing for wisdom in Dutch. That's actually really cool.
That's really cool.
This is part of why I like calling out names I don't know how to pronounce, because I'm genuinely curious what it means.
I'm going to have to find out how to pronounce that now, because obviously it's not pronounced like that.
Splendid Games has a good guess.
Widgetburgerty. Potentially. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm horrible with names. Yeah. Josh is easy.
Yeah. So Sam. Sanyika, not so much. That's why I tell everybody to call me Sam.
Yeah. Definitely.
Thank you for coming on today, though. Sorry we got so distracted throughout, but it's cool to hear how Costume Clash is being developed and getting to see all of it, like the iterative nature that y'all are building with. I feel like has already become pretty clear, and the fact that y'all are already releasing updates pretty much or patches pretty much daily, it should be pretty clear to the community that y'all are here to make a serious game.
Yeah, I think now that it's out and everything, anyone that's left in the kind of speculative category is never gonna unthink we're speculative, so to speak. But that's okay. Listen, everyone, as I always say, don't trust verify. Make your own opinions on things. That's 100%. That's the beauty of the world we live in. Everyone has their own opinion. But yeah, listen, more than happy to have a chat with anyone and answer any questions anyone has, whether they might think that's kind of, a question you shouldn't ask or anything like that. Because I'll happily answer it. So
yeah, Josh is awesome, and he'll talk with you about anything. Maybe I'm about to fill Josh's DMs, but yeah, he doesn't just know building games or NFTs or he knows a lot about everything. So
yeah,
he's a good source of information.
Yeah, I like talking about stuff. It's good. But yeah, no.
Well, I feel like that's because you know a lot about a lot of stuff. So
yeah. I just think I have a lot of experience in a lot of different areas from everywhere kind of come to now. It's just kind of all amalgamated together into a little Josh dictionary that probably I've solved the problem most people have come across. So may as well ask me for the solution and save yourself the time,
Yeah, exactly.
It's good.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming on. Thank you for everybody for watching.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Yeah, and we'll see you all next time.
See you guys. Stay awesome.
Bye.